If you're thinking about moving to Corona, you're not alone. But before you do, you're definitely going to want to watch this. Hi, my name's Jose. I'm a realtor with RE/MAX here in the Inland Empire in Southern California. And, well, if this is your first time to the channel, first of all, welcome. Always honored to have you here. In fact, actually be sure to hit the subscribe button right down over here. And then also, actually be sure to hit the bell too. This way you never miss any future content where I talk about buying, selling, and of course, living here in the Inland Empire. Okay, like I was saying at the beginning of the video, if you are thinking about moving to Corona, no, you're not alone. And no, it's not a bad thing either, even though I'm sure that's probably where you thought I was going with this video, right?
Yeah, kinda.
But no, in all seriousness, it's not a bad thing. It's just that there are a few things that you want to be aware of before you do move here. Let's do this. Let's start with the traffic because, yes, there is quite a bit of traffic here in Corona. Okay, can someone do me a favor though and tell me where in Southern California there isn't quite a bit of traffic?
Roads? Well, we're going, we don't need roads.
Here in Corona though, with roughly about 157,000 people that live here, yeah, you do have quite a few cars on the road, and especially if you take into account the freeway, the 91 freeway, which is, actually, that's the major connection that connects the Orange County to the Inland Empire. During off times, such as like weekday afternoons or weekday evenings or the weekends, the 91 freeway is probably not too much busier than any other freeway here in Southern California. But yeah, during rush hour traffic, I mean, sometimes you might be wondering, is all of Orange County on this freeway? Here's the thing to keep in mind though. Orange County, it can be a little pricey to buy a house there.
I'm shocked. This is shocking news.
But because of that, many of the people that do work in Orange County, well, they tend to end up buying a home here in Corona or actually over next door in Riverside also. But the reason is simple. I mean, you can get a very nice home here for a whole lot less money and well, now, guess what they're all doing? They're all making that commute on the 91 freeway. And yes, the cost of living here in Corona isn't necessarily cheap, at least not when you compare it with some of the other cities here in the Inland Empire, but it's a whole lot cheaper than the OC. Consider this, the average cost of a home here in Corona, right now, as of the recording of this video, right now it's right about $700,000 on average. Yes, you can find homes that are a little bit less, and obviously you can certainly find some homes that are a little bit more, but the average cost here in Corona, right now it's about $700,000. Whereas if you look at the rest of the Inland Empire as a whole, the average cost of a home currently is right about $675,000. So yes, in Corona here, it is a little higher than the rest of the Inland Empire, but I mean, it really isn't that much more. But when you look at the average cost of a home in the OC, or actually you can even throw LA into that one, honestly, Corona is still so much cheaper, which, as you can see, that's a big part of why so many of them do tend to buy a home out here in Corona. Now, if you're looking for, the thing to get out and do on a Saturday night, you might not find quite as much here in Corona as you would in some of the other neighboring cities. Real quick, before I go any further though, do me a favor if you would, if you just heard me right now say that and you're thinking, Jose, what are you talking about, man? You have no idea what you're saying. Absolutely, there's stuff to do here. Do me a favor if you would, let us know your favorite spots to go to in the comment section below. With that said though, if you don't find your spot here in Corona, listen, you have Riverside right next door. And honestly, it's a pretty big city. There really is quite a bit to do there. There's a video right there that you should probably watch after you finish this one, where I talk about just that, things to do in Riverside. Now, I have heard some people say the same thing about the shopping here in Corona.
There's nothing here.
Stop it, don't be so dramatic. I mean, yes, there are some people that might say there's no shopping here, but at least in my opinion anyway, I think what they're really referring more to is shopping malls. There are none here in Corona. The two closest shopping malls you have are either the Victoria Gardens in Rancho Cucamonga, or there's also the Ontario Mills, both of which a straight shot north up the 15 freeway, probably like about a 20, maybe 30-minute drive. And not that bad of a drive, right? But I get it. They're not right here in Corona. But There are shopping options here in Corona, such as the crossings right off of the 15 freeway on Cajalco Road. Yeah, they have quite a few stores and restaurants here for you at the crossings.
Perfect, let's go shopping.
There's also the Dos Lagos Shopping Center, also off the 15 freeway, probably about 5, maybe 10 minutes south of the crossings. There's a number of stores and shops and restaurants here. Now, you won't find many of the big box brand name stores. Those tend to be more at the Crossing Shopping Center, but there are a number of stores and shops and restaurants. And I mean, it's a great spot here at the Dos Lagos Shopping Center. Now, for me though, my favorite part here is the Dos Lagos Lake. I mean, I tend to like it. I think it's a really cool spot. Come just kind of hang out, just relax. Now, you might have been listening to all this thinking, I don't know, Jose, then should we consider Corona a destination?
That's exactly what I was going to say.
Here's what I will say. With the low crime rate here, with the number of parks that are here, nearly 30 parks actually to be exact, great weather, some amazing neighborhoods, then yeah, I think Corona really is a city that should at least be looked at. However, or if you don't think you can live with the things that I did discuss here, then in that case, you may not enjoy it. I mean, maybe Corona really isn't the right one for you. Although, listen, if you do have any questions about anything I did cover here, or maybe you are thinking about buying a home or selling a home here in Corona, or honestly anywhere in the Inland Empire, my contact information is below. Otherwise, if you would like more information on Corona, there's the video you should definitely catch next, or apparently actually YouTube thinks you might like that one more. Either way though, feel free to reach out. I'm always here to help.